you to Ford for inviting me here to Denver, Colorado, and the Mile High Stadium, home of the Denver Broncos, to check out the new 2017 Ford Super Duty. Actually, this is also home to TFL Truck and TFL Car. The Super Duty competes directly against the Ram Heavy Duty and the Chevy Heavy Duty you see behind me. And there's so many new features and capabilities of the new Super Duty, and that's coming up right now. Can you please just go over at the high level? I mean, this is an all new truck, right?
This is the first all-new Super Duty we've done in 18 years. The team has taken the opportunity to pack this truck with all kinds of great features, technologies, and capability than ever before. This is the toughest, smartest, most capable Super Duty that we've ever put on the road.
So can you go over, where does it start with the frame? What have you done with the frame?
Well, let me start with the cab. Cab and box are aluminum.
Okay.
What that does, it's better dent and ding resistance for toughness, also provides weight savings, up to 350 pounds that we can reinvest in other areas for capability.
Okay.
One of those main areas we've reinvested is in the frame. Okay. It's fully boxed front to rear, 95% high strength steel. It's got taller cross sections, through welded cross members. It's up to 24 times stiffer than the previous model.
That's a huge difference.
It is.
Right?
And we've also upgraded drive lines, axles, brakes to handle that additional capability. But the frame is really the backbone of the truck, and that's the foundation for delivering the toughness and the capability that we've added.
Now, there's been a lot of talk about aluminum, and the 2017 Ford Super Duty bed and body and cab are made out of high-strength aluminum. Now, I don't have a toolbox or anything I can drop in here, but Ford has a demonstration where they've suspended the rear end of this dually with two small pieces of aluminum with adhesive in between. And this is the adhesive that Ford uses to connect the seams of the body and the bed.
One thing that you'll notice is it's aluminum hood, fenders, the box is full aluminum, as is the cab. Now the cab shares a commonality with the F-150. So I think most customers wouldn't look at this truck and look at the F-150 and say we share a cab, but we do. And that provides a lot of great things. They're bigger cabs, between 3 and 6 inches bigger than the outgoing model, so you have a lot more room. They've got great proportions, seating capacity, and all the kind of features that you have in the F-150. We're able to pick those up and put those in this vehicle and add to those for specific wants for the heavy-duty customer.
So basically the hood and the fenders are specific to the Super Duty.
Absolutely.
Where the doors are, and,
the doors,
for example, the panoramic sunroof, right?
Yes, yeah, it carries right over. We've got all that all those great features here on the Super Duty now. Okay. And then the box is unique for us. It's up-gauged for the heavier payload. Okay. You'll hear 7,630 pound max payload here on this truck, which is, again, best in class and significantly higher than our outgoing. And it's an all aluminum bed. It's same size as outgoing, 6 3/4, as well as an 8-foot box variant.
But the aluminum, you say it's thicker gauged for this application?
It is. We have an additional cross member. We have thicker gauge floor, sides, as well as the construction of the D-pillars we've made sure was extra reinforcements. One of the things that we've also done is we've made sure for typical aftermarket types of things, salt spreaders, Tommy gates, things like that, are the box was able to handle that, because it's most difficult with a box when that tailgate's open for durability and life.
Okay. This is to demonstrate the aluminum bed that they have on the Super Duty. This bed is from Ram Heavy Duty. Let me see if I can lift this using my legs. Okay, I can lift it, but it's pretty hard for me to keep up there. Now this is the Super Duty bed, and let me try this. It says lift at your own risk. Okay. You know what? That's significantly lighter, and these beds are pivoted against the wall, but I can actually hold it here for a while. And finally, here is the Chevy. Let me try this. Get a workout. Okay, this feels similar to the Rams, and it's actually fairly hard for me to hold. Can you go over the engines in the consumer trucks, so 3/4 tons and 1 tons?
Sure. It starts with a 6.2 liter is our base gas engine, and that's upgraded in torque from outgoing. It's up to 430 foot-pounds of torque, and that's best in class in this segment. Then we have the 6.7 liter diesel. That's our workhorse in the segment. It's upgraded to 925 foot-pounds of torque, and that's up 65 from the outgoing model, as well as the horsepower is 440 horsepower on the diesel. Okay. Now we've also upgraded again the drive line to be able to handle that higher torque. And the key thing for me is it really, with that power, we've delivered the capability to deliver that to the road for the customer.
So those engines are available in the 250, 350, and 450, correct?
The 250,
the consumer version.
Yeah, so the 250 and 350 can get the 6.2. The 450 is exclusively the diesel.
The diesel.
Yeah.
But then you also have a commercial side, right, with a chassis cab.
We do,
right?
we do.
What engine options are in there?
So we do offer in chassis cab variant. We have an F350 chassis cab with the 6.2. We offer a V10 class exclusive for the F450 and 550 chassis cabs, and that's CNG capable, a CNG prep standard this year. And then of course we offer the 6.7 liter diesel as well.
Okay, and that diesel is a commercial grade diesel, right? It's not the same
It's
rating.
got different rating because it's a different emission level for chassis cabs,
okay.
But it is up 30 horsepower and 90 foot-pounds of torque from outgoing as well. 750 foot-pounds of torque, which is it's a big upgrade from outgoing model.
Now you guys write in and say, why don't you review more base model trucks? And what you see behind me here is a Super Duty XL two-wheel drive dually. And the reason why this truck is here, this is the actual configuration you need to have for the maximum payload rating of 7,630 pounds for the Super Duty, which is currently the best in the class. Okay, so you also have a lot of driver assistance features, right?
Yes.
So you have the camera system and the backup assist. Can you go over some of those technologies?
Sure. We've got 17 class exclusive features on the truck. I think the cameras are a real big improvement that customers want to see around their truck. So we've got a 360 camera system. You can see in the front, if you want to walk around, I could show you in the front oval, you can see there's the camera there. Underneath the mirrors on the base here, kind of hard to see, but it's kind of designed right in. You've got the side mirrors, and then on the tailgate, you've got the mirror, or the camera.
The camera, yep.
Yep. So those are 4 of your key cameras. We also have a Chimsel center high mounted stop lamp camera on the back. Yep. And that's good for doing fifth wheel towing and seeing inside your bed. So we also have a trailer mounted camera. So we provide a trailer camera that can be mounted to a trailer and then fully integrated back into the vehicle. So it's just another selected view for you. The 7th camera is actually behind the rear view mirror, and that's for another technology we've got is lane departure warning.
Okay.
So it'll read the lane markers and tell you when you're getting out of your lane and give you feedback through the steering wheel.
Does it also correct you, or just a warning system?
It just warns you, so
Okay.
it doesn't correct you.
And
we've
then
got-
adaptive cruise, right?
Adaptive cruise control sets the distance to the next vehicle ahead and maintains that even when you're towing large trailers up and down hills.
Up and down hills, right?
Yep. Adaptive steering changes the amount of input you need to give the steering in parking lot maneuvers and actually reduces the sensitivity when you're at highway speeds and towing. So that's a great feature.
And here's a little demonstration of how it works. The yellow line is the truck without the system. And you can turn the wheel, but if you turn on the adaptive steering, the blue line represents the actions of the truck with the system enabled. So if I turn the wheel, you could see the angle difference with the system on and with the system off. And in this case, in low speed situation, like in the parking lot, there's a 188-degree difference. That's fewer rotations you have to make to the steering wheel. In a high speed situation, the difference is not as dramatic. So full lock, 54 degrees difference. And finally, In a towing situation, the difference is actually the opposite. When you turn the wheel, the angle of your truck is actually less to prevent those, trailer sway maneuvers. Now, the adaptive steering system can be had as a separate option or part of other packages. And it basically, if you order it, it comes with an actuator built into the steering wheel. The steering wheel is still the same diameter and feels the same way, but it just enhances your low speed or high speed capability. Now, Ford set up all of these displays, including this handling course you see here in the parking lot. And the whole point of this is to demonstrate the adaptive steering system on the Super Duty. And I'm in the Ram Heavy Duty on this handling course. And the main point of this is to check out and feel the steering system. So this is my first truck. This is the Ram. And here I have a acceleration. And this is a Cummins diesel. So let me put my foot down. All right, finally the turbo's there, and I got up to about, 43 miles an hour in this little tiny acceleration. By the way, there's a computer here that's calculating the number of steering turns. We'll compare at the end all three trucks and see what the actual total angle of steering is. Okay, the number here is 8,838 and 24.6. And also tire pressure monitoring, right?
Right.
On the trailer as well as the truck?
Yep, we've added it to the DRW, 17-inch DRW wheels, and you also have trailer tire pressure monitoring available as an option. So you put that in and it would be, again, fully integrated into your truck. A lot of the features we put in place just make it easier to tow. 90% of our customers tow, and they tow big trailers, so we wanted to make sure that they were confident, capable of doing that, and we think we delivered that with a 17 model year Super Duty.
Okay, I'm now doing the course in the 2016 Silverado Heavy Duty, and this is the Duramax 6.6 liter Chevy, and it's still counting my degrees of steering. And let's see, so again, the diesels perform quite a bit better at elevation. We're at mile above sea level. In the Ram I got 8,830 approximately and 24.6 rotations, and in the Chevy I got 8,907 and 24.7 steering wheel rotations. So that's nearly identical between the Ram and the Chevy. Now, you guys have asked, how did Ford manage to carry 21,000 pounds on a frame mounted hitch without weight distributing bars? Well, there's a twofold answer. First of all, it's the size of the hitch itself, and here in blue you can see the hitch that Ford is using, as well as the frame and the way it attaches to the truck frame. It's boxed in on both sides here. But here's the kicker. They had to go to a 3-inch receiver. And if you've ever seen a 3-inch coupler, here it is. It actually has a sleeve for where your pin goes. And you basically use it like this. You can tow 21,000 pounds without weight distributing bars, although of course you can put those on if you really wanted to. But do you really have to buy new hitches? Well, no. Ford has engineered what I call a Russian nesting doll solution. So you can go from 3 inches to 2.5 inches with a reducer, and you can also go to a 2-inch reduction, hence the nesting doll. And you can basically secure all of it with a pin like you would normally do. Okay, I'm in 2017 Ford Super Duty now. And I'm gonna reset the counter. I'm gonna pull up here. Okay, so far not a lot of difference I can feel. Now here comes a really twisty section here. And you know what, I almost feel like I can go faster through this with adaptive steering because I don't have to go quite as far on the steering angle. Let's see how this 6.7 liter Power Stroke does accelerating. This is a short acceleration section. I'm gonna floor it. So a little bit of a delay. Whoa! And then 925 pound-feet of torque kicks in. Whoa! I think I went up to about 45 approximately miles an hour in this short stretch. So the power builds gradually. When it goes, it goes. Of course, this is a very limited test. We'll be doing a full drive, you know, on the street towing and also off-road of the new Super Duty. So you can check out those videos coming up very soon. So the counter is showing 5,697 total degrees and 15.8 total rotations. So that's quite a big difference from the Ram and the Chevy. So go back to tfltruck.com to see a lot more about this new 2017 Ford Super Duty. We're all waiting in anticipation of the 2017 next generation Duramax. But this is a tried and true engine transmission combination. A 6.6 liter turbo V8 puts out 397 horsepower and 765 pound-feet of torque. It's made it to a 6-speed Allison transmission. And this is of course a 4x4 Z71 pack.